That's better. So, I got a doggo, and the doggo, she's about 5 months old now. Sweet little thing. We've all fallen in love with her, which is great. Whenever a visitor comes, we spend a lot of time down here in the Mediocre Man Cave. She always gets really excited when people come. We've got this metal fence here. She's always jumping up on the fence when people come. Seems kind of a pain to swing your leg over if you got stuff in your hand. We always got to lift the dog over it, but it's good that we have one so the dog can't get out. So I like getting the fresh air in here and letting the air in when I'm working on stuff. But then my wife starts going, she's getting big. She's pushing up on the fence when people come. We should probably look into getting a new fence. I'm like, new fence? We just bought this like 5 months ago. This is more than good enough. Okay, so literally the next day, garage door's open, I'm working in the shop, crow goes by, her worst enemy. She goes darting straight into the fence pops up, she jumps to clear of the little bit of the fence that's there, which is like 3 inches off the ground. She clears that. She's down the road like a fart in the wind going after this crow. I chase after her, grab her, bring her back, put the fence up. I'm like, God, I hope the wife didn't see that one. Garage door opens and I get the look. Oh, the look. I get that look a lot. She was right and I was wrong. I know that look, trust me. I live by that look. And she goes, hey, I've been looking online. There's dog fences just like this, just bigger and stronger for like $300. And I'm like, $300? I could do this for like 1/3 the cost. And she's like, good, do it. Shuts the door and walks up the stairs. I walked right into that one. Anyways, here will be my first custom challenge. This isn't your stereotypical thing to build around the house, but something a little bit of a challenge for me to be able to build a new custom dog gate that I can open the garage door and the doggo can't get out for under $100. I'm looking forward to doing this, so wish me luck. Here we go. Building a dog gate. That's better. Now, I got the pieces pre-primed. It's a lot easier to work instead of being on my hands and knees once it's all installed. So now it's pre-primed, ready to start cutting up. I've grabbed my Dewalt dual bevel sliding compound miter saw. Oh yeah. And now I'm going to start cutting the pieces. I'm going to start with the bottom plate. The only piece that I had to buy a 2x4 that was 12 feet long for the whole length. The rest of it I was able to save money by staying with shorter pieces. I need 126 and it's perfect. Now that I've cut it, thrown it in there, we got the bottom plate on, and I'm going to build off the bottom plate. Where the 2 gate pieces will go in the middle, this is the whole support that's going to hold it all up. So I'm going to make 4x4 by putting 2 pieces together of 2x4 on this side, and 2 pieces of 2x4 together on this side. And then I'll make a mini fence here on one side, and a mini fence on the other side. Once I start framing it up with the verticals, I'll make 2 top plates, and then we can put the pickets. It should be pretty straightforward. So all I'm going to do next is I'm going to pre-cut a whole bunch of pieces at 2 feet high, and then the pickets will go a little bit higher, so it'll be a taller fence than what we had before with the metal gate, and then pre-cut the 4-foot lengths for the horizontals on the top plate, and then I'll kind of throw that all together. Hopefully it goes pretty smooth. Here we go. Wish me luck. Next, build some 4x4s. Don't mind the weird lines on the floor. That's just tape for my dartboard. Gotta keep it average over here. At the hardware store, they usually carry only 2 types of 4x4s, and they're pretty expensive. That's pressure treated or cedar. Now, both of those are a lot more expensive than SPF or spruce pine fir, as that means, which is the cheapest type of lumber that's out there. What I did is I just got 2 2x4s together, and I'm gonna make some. You can use screws or hand nails or whatever you want. In this case, any excuse to use my Dewalt 20-volt battery-powered brushless framing nailer. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do it. So yeah, I'm gonna fire these together, and this is just a cheaper way to make a stronger post. There you go. 2 4x4s. Way cheaper, just as strong. So now is the part where you kind of gotta think ahead. And what I mean by that is we want to attach the bottom and we want to attach the top and have those measurements, but they also have to be level where the post is. So you don't just screw it together and go off the measurements because the floor might be out of level or there might just be issues. So I'm gonna start from the outside, scribe a line up against the wall where I'm gonna nail it in the bottom. I'm not gonna nail it in, but I'm gonna put the top plate on, level it, and then I'll mark it. Then I'll nail the bottom together, put it back up, nail the top together, and it should come out level. And then I'll do the rest of it for the other side over here. So now that I have a basic frame, now I gotta put together the gate. Because the only points of contact are up against the two sides of the garage door wall, these corners here are going to be a little bit weaker than the rest. What I wanna do here is I wanna make the gate as light as possible. I bought one 1x4, so I'm gonna start by cutting two pieces on a 45-degree angle at 27 inches and see what 21 inches looks like with the gate. It might not be so bad. We'll take a look. Best way I can describe this is wish me luck. So door hardware. This is probably what I spent the most amount of money on. These are about $2 a piece, but it'll make the door lighter and stronger. So what I want to do is, if you see here, I made sure it was a 90. I took a little mini square, made sure it was a 90, screwed it in. I was very fortunate. I got to save a little bit of money. This is why you always keep hardware. These are door hinge screws. Over the years I've kept them. The reason why I wanted the door hinge screws, it's only 3/4 of an inch deep, so I know it won't protrude out the other end because door hinge hardware is the same thickness. So I know it won't come out the other end. So now all I need to do is check the 90s on each corner, and then that's going to be the swinging gate, and I'll mount it to the gate there. All I need to do now is just mount the ends into the wall. Should work out great. Wish me luck. Here we go. What I've done now is I just found a spot where I know it's far enough back, like so it won't get in the way of the sensor. What I'm going to do is I want to lag bolt into here. In most garages, it's supposed to have plywood all the way around because you're not supposed to let the car exhaust into the rest of the house. So the garage is supposed to be like a separate entity. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to drill a pilot hole, which is smaller than the bolt itself. I'm going to pilot a hole into the bottom. One. Now, I'm going to check it for level. Gate's nice and level. There we go. Now, just got to do that to the other side. Here we go. Wish me luck. Now that I got the loose door here ready to mount, the weakest part's going to be right here. I'm going to take these corner brackets. I'm going to screw that there so this doesn't split. Keep it nice and stiff right here. And do the same thing on this side. I'm going to use this as the swinging side, to swing outwards. So I'm going to take these two hinges, put that here, there. I have a little latch, put that on the outside, and then it's just time for the pickets. Got to measure the dog's head to find out how far apart I should put the pickets across. I want the dog to be able to look out, but I also don't want it to get out. So yeah, here we go. Wish me luck. Did some measurements. I want these pickets to hang slightly above, just so it has like a little bit of a picket fence look, hanging above about an inch. It's like 4 inches higher than what was there before, plus way sturdier. I'm basically just going to take my brad nailer and I'm just going to go along. I pre-cut a whole bunch at 28 inches. Doggo's head's about 4 inches, shoulders about 6. So I'm going to space them apart 4 inches. That's all I got to do. Here we go. Wish me luck. That's better. So, pretty good day at work. Pretty happy. Doesn't take a lot for me, I guess. This week's beer in the fridge. Russell Brewing here in Surrey, BC. One of their guys online reached out, said hello, and didn't really offer anything, and I was okay with that. Just put me in their radar, and pretty happy about it, you know. This is their Dorado Blonde. Pretty good. Never really had much of their stuff before, but I'm going to try a few more, that's for sure. They're good enough to keep on trying. I like their logo, I like their style. Pretty tasty stuff. Yeah, I recommend them. I mean, I always go for the lighter beers. I know they got a bunch of other stuff, so maybe give a variety pack a try or something. Got the little fence in. I like it. Hey, look at this. More place to put my beer down. If that ain't something worthwhile. So price. The old receipt out here. All in, total price minus one of the little pickets. Oh, it looks smart because I'm reading this, but I already wrote it down. It comes to exactly $77 for this fence with the hardware. And this is definitely for a medium-sized dog. My dog's going to cap out supposedly at around 30 pounds. Any heavier than that, I'd probably get some maybe heavier duty material. But this, yeah, she's stuck in there. She's pretty good. Garage door opens, garage door closes. Works out well. For $77, can't complain. The goal was to be under 100, and pretty happy that I did that. So, to live another day. Everyone's happy. Doggo can't get out anymore, and on to another project. With that being said, this is Mediocre Man Magazine, and I'm Mediocre Man. Thanks.